What's up, guys? Owen here, back in another Ham Productions video. Today, we're going to be doing the UFC 299 predictions. Pretty much, I just go over every single fight, and the details, and then pick who's going to win. And I'm really excited to pick this fight card, because it is really, really good. So, if you liked the video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get started. The first fight of the night, we got Wood versus Moraz, and I got to take the underdog here. I got to go with Wood. I do not think this girl right here, who's minus 240, is that good. She's 0-2 in her last two fights. She's lost two in a row, pretty much. And Joanne Wood, I just think's better. I think she's got more experience. Obviously, the age and the reach and the height could be a bit of, seen as a problem. But if you look at the stats, they're better. Land per minutes is better. Takedown average is better. Overall, I think that there's no reason why, she should be the favorite in this fight. So I'm taking Joanne Wood by unanimous decision. For the second fight of the night, we have CJ Vergara versus Asu Almabayev. And I gotta go with Almabayev. He's minus 600, so, it is a pretty predictable, but he's just better. 9-0 with submissions. CJ Vergara's 0-2. Again, the reach the height difference might come in, but honestly, if you look at his takedowns, they're pretty good, as you can see, and his striking accuracy is pretty good too. So overall, I like Vergara, just as like a fighter, but I don't think he stands a chance against Almabayev, so I'm taking Almabayev with a second round submission. For the next fight, we have Robelis Despain versus Josh Parisian. I'm probably pronouncing both those last names wrong, but for this next fight, you're like, why is Robelis Despain favored by 370? You don't even see his, anything. Well, I'm gonna show you why. This is Robelis Despain compared to John Jones, the UFC GOAT. He is 6'7" with an 87-inch reach, and he's gonna win. This other dude is not that good, and honestly, this dude's an absolute beast. Like this, he's probably gonna be a great fighter one day. It's gonna be an amazing fight, as in like a sense that this dude's gonna knock somebody out. Like, this guy's awesome. I can't wait. I'm taking him by first round TKO. For the next fight, we have Pereira versus, we're going to call him Michael because I do not know how to pronounce that last name. And I'm going to take Michael in this fight. I think he's really underrated, plus 125. He's 14-1 with knockouts. Meanwhile, Pereira's 11-1 with knockouts. I think at plus 25 is really good value, and I just like this dude. I think he's underrated. So I'm going to take him by second round knockout. For the final fight, the early prelims, we got Ion Q Laba, again, I think that's how you pronounce his first name, versus Felipe Lins. And I got to take Lins here. Plus 105, taller, better reach, and their accuracy, as you can see in the fight once I scroll down, the accuracy is better, and the significant strike is only one difference. And so I think on plus 105 is pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of Cute Lava. Again, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I think he's a bit overrated. And overall, I think the value is for Felipe Lins, so I'm going to take him by unanimous decision. First fight, the prelims, we got Pedro Munoz versus Kyler Phillips. And in my opinion, easy fight to pick. Kyler Phillips is going to win easily. Ike Munoz, huge disadvantage. 10 years, almost 10 years older. Kyler Phillips got a 7-inch reach advantage. Easy fight to pick. Kyler Phillips, no more questions asked. I think it's going to be a knockout. I was going to say, I would probably say first, second round knockout. So yeah, I'm taking Kyler Phillips, I think, honestly, by first round knockout. For the next fight, we got Gamrot versus Dos Anjos. And I got to go with Gamrot here by unanimous decision. I like Dos Anjos, but he's old. He's 39. And, it's not going to fare well against Gamrot. He's a rising fighter. Even he's not that young, per se. But still, he's a rising fighter in the business. And I just got to take Gamrot. But I will think this will go to decision. And maybe Dos Anjos can win, but it's going to be a stretch because, really, I think Gamrot's just going to wear him out for 3 rounds. It's going to be 30-27 across the board, so I got to go with Gamrot by unanimous decision. For the next fight, we have Sarah Manera versus Barber, and I got to go with Sarah Manera in this fight. And you may be wondering, who is she? Because she's facing Macy Barber, who's a young fighter. That's Caitlin Chugagan. She changed her last name after she took a long break, and now she's back, and I think she's going to win this fight. Obviously, age is the problem here, 10 years, but the reach, the height, and having that long hiatus, it can sometimes work, do bad things. But at the same time, I think she's going to come back stronger. I think this is an upset of the week, honestly, for this fight card. So I got to take Caitlin Sermonera over Macy Barber in this fight by unanimous decision. Next fight, we have Curtis Blades versus Jailton Almeida. Again, I think I'm pronouncing that first name right. Gotta go with Blades here, plus 100. I think this is a perfect matchup for Blades to fight against, honestly. I think Almeida's good, but in his last fight against Derek Lewis, he kind of just laid on him the whole time, which I was not a huge fan of. I didn't really see anything crazy out of him. Certainly he's a good fighter, but I didn't see anything like, eye-popping, honestly. And Curtis Blades, he's good. And I think whoever wins this will get a title shot against Tom Aspinall, because John Jones most likely going to retire and fight Stipe, or he might just retire, honestly. But besides that, I think whoever wins this fight is, going to get a title shot. And I think it's going to be Curtis Blades. He's got the reach. He's got the height advantage. Age is pretty much the same, so that doesn't really matter. But overall, I like Blades in this fight. I think he's better than Almeida. And honestly, I think I got to go with him unanimous decision, 29-28. For the next fight, you have Petr Yan versus Song Yadong. And I think this is where Petr Yan gets his revenge. He is 1-4 in his last 5 fights. But honestly, this is where he gets his revenge. I like Song Yadong, but I think Petr is going to be, firing. I think he's going to be, confident. He's got to get a win here, or else he's probably not going to be considered a top dog or top contender, I should say, for the bantamweight title anymore, especially if Marlon Vera does end up winning. And honestly, I think he's going to win this fight. I like Song Yadong, but I don't think he's proven himself against real contenders like Petr Yan yet. And I think Petr Yan's angry because, like I just said, he's 1-4. And some of those, could have been changed the other way. Some of those were a little bit controversial. So, really, Petr Yan's winning this fight. This has opportunity to be fight of the night, honestly. I think it's going to be a war. I do think it's going to go to decision, so we will not see a knockout. But at the same time, it's going to be an amazing fight that, will be considered one of the best fights of the year, possibly. But I'm going to go Petr Yan, 29-28, unanimous decision. For the next fight, we got Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della Maddalena. And honestly, how is this dude minus 175? Tell me right now, how is this dude minus 175? This is the easiest bet for anyone in their entire lives. This is Gilbert Burns, okay? He's went through a lot his past, a few fights against Chimaev and all these guys. He is ready for revenge, and this dude's gonna catch some hands, honestly. I understand the age and the reach, but that doesn't matter. This guy almost lost a fight when he was minus so much against Basil Hafiz. I might be pronouncing it wrong. And he won against Kevin Holland, but those aren't impressive enough to be favored minus 175 to a great welterweight like Gilbert Burns. So I'm taking Burns in this fight. I think he's going to win second round knockout. I think Burns is, going to come firing. I think he's honestly underrated in this spot right now. So yeah, I got to go with Burns second round TKO. This is an easy pick for me. For the next fight, we have Kevin Holland versus MVP, aka Michael Venom Page. And I like Venom Page, but he's kind of washed. I got to go with Holland here. I think the only way MVP wins if he gets this on the ground, because as you can see, Kevin Holland's takedown stats, not amazing, but pretty much everything else favors Holland. Better reach, younger, taller, and he has more UFC experience. Not that, the fighters that Michael Venom Page was fighting at Bellator were bad. It's just kind of a difference, and I feel like that Holland is more... I just think he's better. I think Venom Page is just, past his prime. So I gotta go with Holland here. I think this will be a fun fight, though. This will not be like a domination. But at the same time, I think Kevin Holland's an easy bet by third round TKO. For the co-main event, we got Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint Denis. I like Poirier, but I gotta go with Benoit here. I hope that, Benoit's staph infection, if you haven't heard, he's got, something on his forehead or whatever. That's like a staph infection, and it could affect, his stamina and, the way, how long he can last. But honestly, I still got to go with him, considering that I think he'll be able to get over the hump, or, get over the challenge, I should say, of having, that. But if it affects him a lot, I would still take Dustin, maybe take Dustin. But overall, Benoit has pretty much got every single thing in his favor. Taller, younger, bit of a better reach, better stats, I would say, overall in every single whatever. And I like Dustin, but I think it's Benoit's time at this point. I think Dustin's, past his prime. I still think he's an exciting fighter, but he got knocked out by Justin Gaethje hard, and I feel like he kind of came back quickly. Maybe not, but I feel like this is a fight for Benoit that he, won't pass up this opportunity. So I got to go with Benoit Saint Denis by second round knockout. And for the main event, we got Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Chito Vera. And every single fight I've picked, main event, the past few, as when I've been a YouTuber, pretty much. I've picked every single main event of every single fight card that's, happened. And every single time I pick it wrong. Last week I picked Gazayev, he quit in the 4th round. The week before I picked Moreno, he lost. The week before I picked Volk, he lost. And this is where I need to do a Dave Portnoy, man in the suit. I like O'Malley in this fight, so I gotta take Chito Vera. Plus 220. I feel like that's good value for a guy like him. And I want Sean O'Malley to win. I like Sean O'Malley. But you look at his resume, not amazing. I mean, he beat Piotr Jan, and then he immediately got a title shot. And controversial stoppage. I mean, controversial. And honestly, I feel like it's Cheeto's time to shine. And with the man in the suit, obviously, I think I have to go with Marlon Vera by third round TKO. What's up, guys? Thank you for watching the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. This fight card is a really good fight card. It might be, honestly, better than UFC 300. So, I'm really excited to watch it. Hopefully, my picks go well. Hopefully, Sean O'Malley wins. Like, I want Sean O'Malley to win. That's why I did the, man in the suit. But if Marlon Vera loses, like, if Sean O'Malley does win, then I would be 0-4 in my picks, which is not a good look. So, either way, it's a win-win. But yeah, again, so thank you guys for watching to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week.